Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Thursday night edition of our ILCA 5-day challenge. My name is your Queen Connectress, Miss Marnita Casa, and I will be your humble hostess for this evening. Now there is something that I always like to say, and that is we totally understand that there are so many different things that you can be doing with your time, and that the nighttime is the right time for family and for preparation of the next day. So the fact that you guys decided to come on out and hear what we have to say, of course, it makes us so very happy. So again, thank you guys so very much for being here. Now, as you can see, once again, I am in good spirits. I am so very excited to be here. I don't know about you guys, but over the past week, I have gained so much knowledge in my notebook. It's almost halfway full, from Mr. Herschel Crow to Professor Oscar Sistrunk, all the way to the wonderful Mr. Provis Lofties. I don't know about you, but my mind is right. So here we are again, coming to learn some more. And again, thank you all for being here. I see you guys coming on in. Thank you guys for being on the Zoom room. Hello, my VIPs. How are you guys doing this evening? Thank you so very much for being here and for being a part of this community. Now, as you guys come on in, please do me a favor. Type your name and where you are from in the chat box. That way I get a chance to tell everybody who is here with us on the Zoom call tonight. And if you have the opportunity, please turn on those cameras. One of the best parts about us meeting on a Zoom call like this is that we get a chance to see all those wonderful faces and see those beautiful smiles. So I'm going to go ahead and start saying hello because I see you guys coming on in. First up, I see Mr. CJ, the right choice for me. Hello, sir. Thank you so very much for being with us this evening. It is always good to see you. I see we have my really good friend, Mr. Fetty Sherman, is here with us this evening. He's coming on in from Ohio. Mr. Fetty, thank you so very much for being here and for being a part of our community, sir. I see we have another wonderful friend of ILCA. His name is Mr. Stephen Smith. Hello, sir. Thank you so very much for being here. Mr. Smith is coming on in from Atlanta. We're very, very happy you're part of our community. Of course, there is the king himself. He did such a wonderful job last night. Provis Lofties. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for being here. You did a phenomenal job, sir. Thank you so very much for all your knowledge. I see we have the lovely Miss Melanie Davis is here with us. Hello, Queen. How are you? She is, yes, ma'am. She is coming on in from Chicago, looking beautiful as always. Thank you so very much for being here and for being a part of our community. There is the lovely Miss Demetrius Turner. Hello, Queen. How are you? She is coming on in tonight. Thank you so very much for being a part of our community. There's my good friend Elton. Hello, Elton. How are you, sir? There he is. He's coming on in. There you are. Hello. He is here with us tonight from Massachusetts. Thank you so much for being a part of our community, sir. There is the beautiful Miss Jacqueline Briggs. I see you, Queen. She is here with us from St. Petersburg, Florida. Thank you so much for being here, love. I see the beautiful Miss Rita Bouchard is here with us this evening. Hello, Queen. She is coming on in from San Diego. We have the beautiful Miss Joyce Easley, a very, very good friend of ILCA and a very good friend of mine. Joyce, thank you so much for being here. It is always good to have your presence here. I see you, Rita. Giving love right back to you, love. Thank you so much for being here. I see the wonderful Miss Judy Indom is here with us. She is coming on in from Canada. Thank you so much for being here with us this evening. And so is the lovely Miss Doreen Buckner. Thank you so much for being here as well, Queen. So like I said before, you guys, over the last few days, I have a notebook that I always get ready whenever we have a 5-day challenge, because I already know that there is going to be so much information coming out. And the best part about it is that we're hearing different information and different stories from all of our presenters. Mr. Oscar Sistrunk, for one, That was a really cool thing that he did when he took us down memory lane. So not only are we able to learn, you guys, but we're also able to get history. We're able to hear from professionals that have taken their time in the crypto space and have succeeded with it. So again, thank you all so much. Are at the top of the hour. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Again, thank you all so much for attending our ILCA 5-day challenge. My name is your Queen Connectress, Miss Marnita Casa, and I am your humble hostess for this evening. Now, it is my honor to introduce you all to a man that for over 25 years dominated the direct sales industry. His cryptocurrency education is used by companies and universities worldwide. For over 6 years, he dedicated his life to learning about cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, but he didn't just stop there. He decided to go out, share the information with the masses, and he did this by putting on fun and exciting Bitcoin boot camps nationwide at no cost. He has built thriving communities and wonderful platforms like you see before you now. So without further ado, it is my honor to introduce you all to Mr. Brandon Ivey.
All right, all right. Thank you for that introduction, Miss Casa, and welcome everybody to day 4 of our 5-day challenge. So if you've gone all week and you're still here with us, thank you for still being here, and congratulations that you feel that this is information valuable enough for you to take your precious time to learn. And I don't take that lightly. I understand how precious time is. For tonight, we're going to do something a little different. Instead of starting off with our special panelists sharing their backstory and why they're involved with crypto, I'm actually going to do the lesson first. We're going to do Q&A, and then afterwards, we have a sneak peek to show you guys what we have been working on and what we're providing to the ILCA community with the new launch of our ILCA. Miss Casa is going to be showing you guys that stuff, so we're excited about that. What's coming up in August and for the rest of this year. So let's go ahead and get started tonight. So we already talked about on Monday night, what is the blockchain? And then on Tuesday night, we talked about how do cryptocurrencies work? Last night, we talked about who is Satoshi Nakamoto, or do we know? The mystery behind Satoshi Nakamoto. Tonight, we're doing a lesson I haven't done in 2 years. And this one is specifically about where to buy Bitcoin and what are the type of wallets that we should use, the differences between a centralized wallet and a decentralized wallet. So that's going to be very, very important. Also in light of what we just learned about in Crypto Talk this morning, where we have Telegram and Proton Mail wants to get in on creating their own version of a wallet that they want to call decentralized, which is still up in the air, but that they're creating. How about the ability to send Bitcoin through email? That's what Proton Mail is attempting to do. But they're saying, yeah, even though that they're creating the wallet, that we still hold and control our own private keys. I'm still a little weary of that, but you guys need to know what that even means. So that's what we're going to go cover tonight. So let me go ahead and share screen and jump on into this. Also, we're streaming on YouTube. So those of you on YouTube, we welcome you. And because this is a special night, I'm actually going to keep the live stream open after the Q&A so that you also can see what we have been putting together for you guys for our community if you decide to join the ILCA community. So tonight, where to purchase Bitcoin. You might think that's an easy thing, but you may be surprised there's a lot of people out there that have no idea how. And they're afraid to ask, and that's a barrier of entry because they think it's too complicated, or they think I can't afford a whole Bitcoin, so I'm not even thinking about it. When no, you can buy $5 worth of a Bitcoin. You don't have to spend $64,000 right now for Bitcoin. So where to purchase Bitcoin? Well, here's some key points to consider. The 3 key points to consider when buying Bitcoin are the payment method. What are you going to use to pay for it, to buy it? You know, there's Bitcoin ATM machines where you can put cash in the machine, credit card, debit card, direct from your bank. So payment method, the platform venue you're going to use, and also where is your Bitcoin going to go once you buy it? That's important. Where's it going? How do I get to it? What do I do next? So payment methods range from credit card, to bank transfer, payment apps, PayPal, Apple Pay, Google Pay, Samsung Pay, face-to-face with cash, and even barter. Each payment method carries trade-offs in terms of convenience, privacy, and associated fees. Platforms venues for buying Bitcoin include digital wallet providers, centralized spot exchanges, over-the-counter exchanges, desks, used primarily by high net worth individuals. That has actually been replaced today. So I'm going to be writing up some new lessons dealing with entities like BlackRock. Now that we have the Bitcoin ETFs, people can get in on Bitcoin without actually buying Bitcoin directly. They're buying a position with it. Peer-to-peer marketplaces, which now no longer, it's still possible, but I do not advise. As a disclaimer, I'm not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I do not suggest that you use the peer-to-peer marketplaces because the individual is not a licensed money transmitter, so you don't want to get involved with that. But even payment apps like PayPal, even now Cash App, you can actually buy Bitcoin from Cash App. Of course, it's also possible to buy Bitcoin face-to-face. For example, you could give cash to your friend in exchange for receiving an agreed amount of Bitcoin. This used to be popular in the early days. We used to do this all the time. Now, I do not suggest to do this because now you have tax implications going on. You don't know what that person's going to use that Bitcoin for. And if they send it to something that's illegal and they ask them, where'd you get the Bitcoin from? Then they're pointing to you. So you don't want to take that type of risk. So I have people all the time, AB, can I send you like $1,000 and you send me some Bitcoin? Or if I send you a Bitcoin, can you send me $1,000 cash? No, I don't do that anymore. As for where your Bitcoin goes after you buy it, here's the options. It can go into a Bitcoin wallet you control, like a non-custodial wallet, bitcoin.com, Exodus. It can go into a Bitcoin wallet someone else controls, like a centralized cryptocurrency exchange or a payment app like PayPal. But understand, not your keys, not your Bitcoin. This is where most people lose most of their Bitcoin because they have it sitting on a centralized exchange instead of a wallet. So every time you hear things like Terra Luna collapsed, FTX collapsed, Binance, something happened, and these people are losing all their money because they put, and this is one of my main rules, do not keep your money on exchanges. Do not use exchanges as your own little private wallet. The exchange is only there for you to actually do your trading on. So in my lessons on how to trade Bitcoin and crypto, I talk about you should have a limit, no more than $10,000 on any exchange. So if you make a profit more than 10,000, pull it out. The reason for that is one, if you're doing trades over 10,000, you become the whale and you're not responding to the market's responding to you. But also you're at risk if something happens, you can lose your money. Like what happened to Quadriga CX, which was the largest exchange in Canada. And there was a report, this one cat from Long Beach had just pulled out his entire savings, put it in Quadriga CX because he was moving to Canada. And a month later, it was all gone. Now here he is in Canada, a new life, no job, and now no money. He was asked out. So you don't want to put your money in somebody else's hands. In exchange, they control your money, not you. Just like, who can tell me what was the biggest financial robbery in modern history? Those of you in the inner circle know I talk about it all the time. The biggest robbery, it was the federal government tricking American citizens to do two things. One, turn in all your gold, and in place, you're going to get this little bill here. Or in the olden days, it used to say gold backed or gold note on it. Now it says Federal Reserve note. This is worthless. It's a piece of paper. but you think it's worth something back in the day because it represented gold. And then 30 years later or so, 1971, they then just, with the stroke of a pen, said that this that you turned your gold in for, or you didn't, you weren't alive when it happened, but your great grandparents or grandparents did, is no longer backed by gold. It's just backed by the government. They stole all the gold and gave you a piece of paper, and nobody revolted. That is utterly amazing. Now they can do whatever they want with the gold. It's not yours anymore. It's theirs. And then the piece of paper that they gave you, inflation happens. So this $10 bill is not worth what it was 40 years ago, 60 years or 50 years ago. It's not worth the same. Highway robbery. So if you don't control the private key, it's not your Bitcoin. You may have access to it now, but they can reject your access and freeze your account later. When you hold Bitcoin in a wallet, you control, known as a non-custodial wallet. You never have to ask for permission to use it. Remember, I talked about the rapper the other day that wanted 250,000 and the bank wouldn't give it to him, and it was his own money. It's not his money, it's their money. If you've got money in the bank right now, it's their money. They can freeze your account. The government can at any given time. Oh, well, it's insured. It's insured up to $250,000. Anything that the bank loses after that, they're not obliged to pay you back. That's why wealthy people don't keep their money in cash. But this means you can receive your Bitcoin without waiting for a third party, like a centralized exchange, to approve the transaction. It also means you can send your Bitcoin wherever you want, whenever you want. By contrast, many custodial Bitcoin wallets impose severe restrictions on what you can do with your Bitcoin. For example, you may be asked to register an address before sending Bitcoin to it. You may be required to wait several days before being allowed to make a withdrawal. In some cases, like PayPal, withdrawals of any kind are simply not permitted. I got to double check that. I think they might have changed that now. It's also not uncommon to have your account frozen altogether. Coinbase is good at doing that. If you've been deemed a security or fraud risk, for example, you may be locked out of your account with no recourse to action. I learned this the hard way with an account called Uphold. Uphold used to be my go-to account for moving crypto from crypto into cash into my bank. And I inadvertently got caught up in a scam. My wallet was red flagged. They froze my account. I had to fill out all this paperwork and all this other stuff just to verify that I wasn't hacked, and I wasn't part of the scam or the scheme. And it took 2 weeks. So for 2 weeks, I had no access to my money because I was not using a non-custodial wallet. So they have the ability to do that. Not your keys, not your Bitcoin. The best non-custodial wallets also enable you to customize the network fee each time you send. Now, most people, this is uncommon. Most people don't do this. This means you can save money on transaction fees when you're not in a rush, or pay more to send faster when you are. So let's say for those of you guys that's using like MetaMask, you might see the option when you send a button that says speed up. You can speed it up. Or it says if you want to have it go slow, it's less fees. It just won't get there immediately. It might take a couple of hours if you're not in any rush, but you save on the fees for that. I have never messed with that. I just let it be normal, standard. Perhaps most importantly, non-custodial wallets are more secure. As long as you maintain key management, best practice, you'll never have to worry about getting hacked, nor will you be exposed to counterparty risks like a centralized exchange getting hacked or going bankrupt. Now, this also means it's more responsibility on you. If you lose your private key, there's no customer support to call. There was one woman back in the early days. I did a training on this, and There's a couple of things that I say. When you're creating your wallet, make sure you have multiple backups of your private key. Make sure you have a secure password that only you know. And also make sure that you use two-factor authentication. This woman didn't pay attention to that. Well, actually, let me take that back. She did, but she decided to do things her own way. So two things happened here. In her own wallet, one, she forgot what her password was. She thought her computer saved the password and it didn't. So it says she wanted to do password recovery. So to do that, it says, okay, enter your secret key phrase. She didn't set up her two-factor authentication. And then when it asked for a secret seed phrase, she lost where she put her seed phrase. What am I supposed to do with that? Okay. She lost her seed phrase. She don't know where she put it. She forgot what her wallet was, her password was, and she never set up two-factor authentication. So she's calling me up saying that she needs customer support because she can't get her $10,000, and somebody better get her $10,000. So as I go through each of these steps with her to recover it, she doesn't have any of this. I said, did you make a backup of your seed phrase? No. But you wrote it down, right? Yes. Well, I misplaced it somewhere. But you don't have your password? Well, the computer was supposed to save my password because it does all my other sites and it didn't save my password. Oh, okay. Well, do you have your two-factor authentication? No, I never set that up. And so I had to tell her, there's nothing I can do. Your wallet's locked. She wasn't trying to hear that. It wasn't, she was talking about suing me, suing everybody, suing everything. All she knew was somebody better get her $10,000. So understand, when you're dealing with crypto in this space, you are responsible for your wallet. You are the custodial of it. You lose your key, there's no replacement. There's no backup key. That's your responsibility. Why do I need to verify my identity to purchase Bitcoin? This is a good question, especially if you're in the United States. You have to. When you buy Bitcoin with a government issued currency, meaning if you're using the government's money to buy this asset, they want to know who you are. So when you buy Bitcoin with a government issued currency through an exchange service, you're interacting with a regulated business. So even though you're trying to get onto the unregulated nature of Bitcoin and crypto, you're still using the banking rails of the United States, which is regulated. So any business that is selling Bitcoin, they have to follow the laws of the government. That means if business must comply with KYC, know your customer. So what that means is they say, well, you might need to show us proof of maybe a proof of your address and maybe your driver's license or your passport, anyway, to prove who you are. This is also for anti-money laundering, so regulations pertaining to the transfer of money. These regulations require the collection and storage of customer information, including identity documents and sometimes proof of address. This is why I do not recommend doing over-the-counter, face-to-face, peer-to-peer transactions like this, because you are getting around the KYC AML, and if you're doing large amounts with a lot of people, they can consider you operating as an unlicensed money transmitter, and you can get arrested and go to jail. That's what Bitcoin Rodney is facing right now. One of the big charges against him is that he was operating as an unlicensed money transmitter because his transactions was anywhere between $75,000 to a couple of $100,000, using it as a way to skirt the system. And they caught him doing it. So it wasn't just that he was involved in a scam, it's that he was collecting money from US citizens in an illegal way to do an illegal intent. That's what they're getting him on. So what are the fees for buying Bitcoin? Well, fees for buying Bitcoin depend on the payment method and platform venue that's used. For example, if you're buying directly from a friend and settling in cash, you'll only need to consider the network fee for sending the Bitcoin from your friend's digital wallet to yours. That's called gas. Just like if you have a car, if there's no gas in the car, it's just sitting in your driveway. So you've got to feed the beast. Every transaction, there's a fee. Now, we're not talking about banking fees here that you can't afford. We're talking about very minimal. It can be pennies, if not less, unless you're talking about Ethereum. Ethereum can get expensive. That's why you have alternate blockchains coming out trying to minimize those fees. But it is far cheaper than the fees you use on your bank. Every transaction you do with the bank, there's fees. Every single one. So same concept. If you're paying with a credit card or bank transfer, you'll of course need to factor in the fees for using those payment methods. So not only are you paying the fee for the gas, but you're also paying whatever fee the bank is charging or the credit card agency is charging. Beyond that, exchange service charges charge additional fees for facilitating trades. These fees cover the exchange's operating costs plus a small margin. In general, you'll pay lower overall fees for large purchases, so it often makes sense to avoid making many small buys. So there was a time, it was 2018, it made news, where a rich guy moved $60 million worth of Bitcoin from one country to another country, and he only had to pay $3 on that transaction. Unheard of. If you had to do that through a normal bank, it might take 5 to 7 business days for the transaction to go through, and you might have to pay 1% to 2% of that transaction. So if it was $50 to $60 million, he might end up having to pay $100,000, $200,000 in banking fees and transaction fees. That's just the cost of doing business. But just $3? That showed the power of crypto. And the news was like, how's that possible? Because you eliminated the middleman. You sent it directly to where you needed to go. You didn't have to do Western Union, wire transfer, and all this other BS stuff. That's not necessary. That's just how they make their money. That's how banks get so rich. Now, the number one exchange to use for somebody that's brand new in the United States, and I tell everybody this, if you are brand new to Bitcoin and you want to buy Bitcoin for the very first time, I'm pointing you to Coinbase. Coinbase.com, founded in 2011, based in San Francisco, California. It offers almost all the cryptos out there. Why? Because they are registered in the United States, and they're bank friendly with almost every major bank. You can connect to Coinbase and you can purchase your Bitcoin directly from there. They're connected with the IRS. Everything is tracked. Everything is above board. Even though the SEC is having a fight with them, they've already gone through this. Coinbase is going to end up being one of the biggest or most profitable businesses in the world in the next 10 years. It'll be a top 5 company, richest companies in the world eventually. But for a new person, I tell them to use Coinbase. It's user friendly. It's easy to access. They've got the KYC. But once you start to learn more about Bitcoin and crypto and you want to do more things, Coinbase is not the wallet you're going to use. Coinbase is not the wallet you're going to be storing all of your crypto. Coinbase is just your entry into the space. For those who don't like Coinbase, the next level is Uphold, because Uphold.com does the same thing as Coinbase. And I actually like them better, but you need to have a little bit more advanced knowledge to use Uphold than you do Coinbase. I have my mom on Coinbase, and we've got it set up where she's dollar cost averaging. And this is what we teach everybody to do based on your own budget. Just like if you're going to say, every time I get paid, I'm putting tithing and then I'm putting 10% in the savings account. Do the same thing with crypto. You can set it up where it automatically pulls from your account every month, however much, or every 2 weeks, whatever you set it up. And it's just accumulating. Everybody should be doing that right now. Dollar cost averaging, no matter how much money you have, even if it's only $5. I have one lady's doing $2,000 a month. And she's been doing $2,000 a month for the last few years. Don't worry what the price of Bitcoin is. It's going to be much higher later than it is right now anyway. So it doesn't matter. My mom used to freak out when she see on the news, Bitcoin went down. So she's calling me up. Dude, should I sell anything? No. Nope. Don't worry about it. It's going to go right back up. And then when it goes back up, she calls me, you were right. It went back up. Yes, I was right. Like you're saying that. Don't worry about the price. Don't even look at the price. Just let the system do what it's doing. And she's not doing it for her. It's just like what Professor Sister, she's doing it for her grandkids to leave something behind. So Coinbase is the first. And I have a lesson titled in Bitcoin 101, How to Use Coinbase. Buying Bitcoin from a centralized crypto exchange, and Coinbase is a centralized exchange. So here's the typical flow for buying Bitcoin from an exchange. Visit a cryptocurrency exchange website like Coinbase, create an account and verify your identity as required. Sometimes if you're doing it for the first time and you buy crypto, you might not have access to it for 5 to 7 days. So keep that in mind as well. A lot of people see a new project come, they want to get on that project. They've never bought Bitcoin. They go to Coinbase, set up, make the purchase. Oh, wait, I don't have access to the money for 5 days. I'm locked out. What do I? So do this now and get it out of the way. And after you do several transactions, you'll be considered like a verified customer. I forgot what word they use. And you have like, I have an unlimited amount I can use on Coinbase, but you'll have limits. You might only be able to do 500 or 1,000 or $5,000 worth of transactions until you're validated. Follow the website's instructions to buy your Bitcoin or other digital assets. Your Bitcoin will appear in your exchange account. So it's going to appear where you bought it. People say, I bought Bitcoin. Where'd it go? In the same wallet you used to buy it. All you have to do is click on the wallet button or your assets. And so I have the video on how to use Coinbase. It shows you exactly where to go to see that. So your Bitcoin will appear in the exchange account. Now you have an option here. You can leave it there, or if you want to take full control of your Bitcoin, send it from that exchange to your non-custodial wallet, which I recommend is one called Exodus. So here's what I say for you to do. You use Coinbase to buy the Bitcoin, and then you send it to your Exodus wallet. Every time you buy the Bitcoin on Coinbase, send it to your wallet. It doesn't have to be Exodus, any non-custodial wallet where you control the private key. Cryptocurrency wallets. Now, a Bitcoin wallet is a software program where Bitcoins are stored. Bitcoin wallets facilitate sending and receiving Bitcoins and gives ownership of the Bitcoin balance to the user. The Bitcoin wallet comes in many forms. There's desktop, mobile, web, and hardware. Those are the 4 main types of wallets. Now, as technology increases, some of these merge. A desktop wallet can also be a mobile and web wallet at the same time, like Exodus, MetaMask. You know, it can be all of them. Think of it like, well, MetaMask is not desktop wallet. That's a web wallet. Think of it like the wallet in your pocket or purse. It holds your money. In this case, it holds your Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So once you purchase your first Bitcoin from an exchange, you will have that Bitcoin in your wallet at that exchange. Here's something else I also do not suggest you do, but you can. You can actually buy Bitcoin on several exchanges, whether it was LBank or Binance or Kraken or Gemini. You can do that. I suggest don't. I do not want to put any of my debit card or bank account information on some big exchange because they get hacked all the time. And you don't want your data now being in a hacker's hands. So I don't trust them. I only use the exchanges to trade. I buy the Bitcoin somewhere else, then I move it to the exchange and do my trading. And I don't sell on that exchange back to my bank account either. I pull it off the exchange back to whatever wallet I want to use to move it back to my bank. So once you purchase Bitcoin from an exchange, you will have that Bitcoin in your wallet at that exchange. Therefore, each exchange has a wallet system. It is very common to have a number of wallets, but that just because it's a wallet, that is not a wallet you control. It's their wallet. They're holding your crypto for you. A Bitcoin wallet is also referred to as a digital wallet. Establishing such a wallet is an important step in the process of obtaining Bitcoins. Just as Bitcoins are the digital equivalent of cash, a Bitcoin wallet is similar to a physical wallet. Again, the 4 main types of wallets are desktop, mobile, web, and hardware. A hardware wallet is also known as a cold storage wallet. It looks like a detachable hard drive and can be disconnected from the computer in your home and stored for safety. Many people prefer to use a cold storage wallet so their Bitcoin or other cryptocurrency are not exposed on the internet to hackers. Desktop wallets are installed on a desktop computer and provide the user with complete control over the wallet. Desktop wallets enable the user to create a Bitcoin address for sending and receiving the Bitcoins. They also allow the user to store a private key. Now, my favorite desktop wallet that I use is Exodus. The private keys are very important. They actually can be used to restore lost Bitcoins. Mobile wallets. Mobile wallets overcome the handicap of desktop wallets because the desktop is just in your home. Your mobile wallet on your phone, you go everywhere it goes everywhere you go. Once you run the app on your smartphone, the wallet can carry out the same functions as a desktop wallet. So some desktop wallets have a mobile feature. In fact, all of them do now. That's why I said it's kind of the same. So a mobile wallet facilitates in making payments in physical stores by using touch to pay via NFC scanning or a QR code. So you can even crypto.com, what was that other one I used to use? Bread. So these type of wallets you can use in it's mostly in the Asian countries that they do that. They just take their phone, tap, and it's good to go. Some desktop wallets can also be mobile wallets like Exodus. Other notable mobile wallets are Zengo, Coinami, Abra, Edge, Atomic Wallet, Bread, and Jax. Web wallets. As for web wallets, they allow you to use Bitcoins from anywhere on any browser or mobile. The selection of your web wallet must be done carefully since it stores your private keys online. Coinbase and blockchain are also popular web wallet providers. It's also I don't consider Coinbase a desktop wallet like Exodus because it's a web wallet. You go to the website. You go to coinbase.com. Exodus, you don't go to exodus.org or .com to access your wallet. You just open up the app on your computer or on your phone. But Coinbase is an example of a web wallet. Other useful base web wallets, crypto.com, Trust Wallet, Uphold, Luna Wallet, and Huobi. I have crypto.com, Trust Wallet, and Uphold. Cold storage wallets like Trezor or Ledger. Bitcoin wallets are also available that you keep in your home, office, or a vault, even if you want to put it in a safety deposit box. These are hardware wallets. These are most commonly referred to as cold storage wallets. They are unique in that if you keep up with your keys assigned to the Bitcoin when you load it on the wallet, you can retrieve your Bitcoin even if you lose the wallet. So I have people say, well, Brandon, I'm using my phone. What happens if I lose my phone? Or what happens if I get a new phone and I go to the same wallet and my information's gone? This is where the private key comes in. Your private key, you can restore your crypto really on any wallet as long as you got your private key. The wallets just point to the blockchain, okay? That's all they do. They just point to the blockchain. But you can have a cold storage wallet where it's disconnected from the net. So it's impossible to be hacked. But if somebody gets your cold storage wallet, now that's like they have your gold. But then they also got to know how to access it. So to keep that in mind, I have cold storage wallets, but there's none of them that I'm actually using because I am active in Bitcoin and crypto. I'd rather have my crypto working for me rather than having it just sitting stored somewhere. So I don't actually actively use my cold storage wallets, but I have some. Now, as a disclaimer, this information is intended for educational and training purposes only and should not be construed as investment advice. As with all financial decisions, you should contact your licensed financial advisor before investing in any financial instrument. Now, that was pretty easy, right? This is what we're going to do something different today. We're going to do our Q&A first before I have Ms. Casa share her information. And I'm not going to shut off the live stream. Well, you guys have been chatting in here. I'm not going to shut off the live stream. It is open for the public because I actually want you guys to see what ILCA looks like. So I'm going to turn it on over now for Ms. Casa to handle the Q&A, and then we're going to go from there.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Alrighty, we do ask for three things, you guys. The first one is please do not unmute your mic until you are asked to do so. The second is we do ask for two questions unless there's time for more. And the third one is there are no silly questions, so please raise your hand if you have an aha moment or anything on your mind. So I see you, Mr. Taylor. The floor is all yours.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Mel, Mr. Brandon, community. Two questions. First, the cold storage wallet. Putting it on a cold storage wallet takes it off of your devices, correct? And you're not able to access it.
Yes,
So
that's correct. That's correct.
So let's say something happens, and let's take Bitcoin, keep it on Bitcoin. Everybody knows it, and it starts to drop, and you want to make a quick move to move it to Tether.
You're a little hampered there.
There's no way to access that cold storage wallet right at that particular moment without hooking it up or going to another site and getting into it.
That's correct. Now, some of these newer wallets do have what they call Bluetooth capability that you just press the button, turn it on, and you're connected. So you're not hampered by having to wait to you get instant access to it. So the newer wallets, yeah, you still can, but you can like disconnect and connect.
But you have to have physical control of that wallet even to do that. So if you got
Correct.
it in a safe or in a drawer somewhere, there's no way to get to that, whatever's on there.
That's correct. Unless some of these cold storage wallets you can connect to other web wallets. Whether I think Exodus has that ability to connect to your ledger. So if you do have it on, it can access your actual ledger itself, but only you have the ability to do that. But yes, some of the newer ones, they're making it more easier, but that's one of the reasons why I don't use cold storage right now.
Okay. So I'm thinking it would be maybe use that as to store assets you're not gonna, like say you got 12 Bitcoin, maybe
Yeah, you're
put
not,
10 on the
you have,
cold storage and keep
yeah,
two where you can access them. So if any moves need to be made.
exactly. That's like
Okay.
if you're trying to build it up for your retirement fund or for 5 years from now or for your children, yeah, you put that in the cold storage and forget about it. So you're not even tempted to try to even touch it.
Okay. Second question revolves around security. Now, with criminals getting more sophisticated and
Mm-hmm.
targeting people with cryptocurrency, law enforcement looking for cryptocurrency on people's phones because they know what wallets look like. What would be some good security features, especially let's say you're traveling out of the country where you don't actually maybe have it on your phone, you're not carrying a cold storage device with you. I mean, is there any suggestions what people could do to have access to it? You definitely don't want to carry your private keys in your
Mm-hmm.
wallet on a piece of paper or something. But to
Well, which
kind of keep
device?
yourself safe.
Well, the first question is where are you currently storing it in that situation? Is it on a cold storage device? Is it on a web wallet? Is it on a like Exodus? Like where's your crypto?
So let's say it's a web-based wallet, but you
Okay.
don't know. Let's say the hotel you're staying at, you don't want to connect to their Wi-Fi and go into your wallet. So
Right, right. Well,
so,
one, I wouldn't use I don't do crypto transactions in a hotel room. That's for one. I would never
but a lot of
connect.
people do.
Yeah, and that's a shame. Even this, you know how people at airports and they want to wait for their boarding, so they want to charge up their laptop and they use the charger that's connected right there. Those can even be hacked. The moment you plug in that charger, malware is being downloaded onto your phone or onto your computer. So even in traveling, here's one security thing. Do I have my one in front of me? I've got, no, I don't. I have what's called portable batteries that I travel with. So if I want to charge my phones, I never plug it into whatever's at the airport dock. I have my portable rechargers. Second, my laptop, I never connect Wi-Fi on my laptop. If you have a phone that you can have a mobile hotspot, then connect it that way. Or don't take, well, I have multiple little laptops. I don't travel with my laptop that I use for crypto. I don't have any wallet stored on there in the first place. I don't travel with my private keys, but I can still access if I have Exodus from any device. I can access as long as I have my private keys, but on my phone, I don't need to take my laptop with me. My phone has an Exodus app on it, so I can still access my same account on my phone. So you don't advertise that you are in crypto. People will travel with laptops that have stickers on the back of their laptop, or they're wearing a crypto hat that you're in crypto. So you don't advertise that. But in other words, you just make sure that before you travel, whatever type of crypto that you're going to need to have access to, you have it on an app that you're going to be able to access on your phone or your device. Even if you lose that device, if somebody else steals your phone, they can't access it unless they've got your thumb, or even if you're using Trust Wallet or crypto.com, even if they can access your phone, you have it where crypto.com, if you're going to move money off of that wallet, that's another one I strongly recommend, especially if you travel. Crypto.com, security is tight. You need one, your bio print, and two, SMS message, and three, your two-factor authentication at the same time, at least two of them, and you only have 60 seconds to input it for that transaction to go through. So even if somebody got your phone, they can't take your crypto off of your device. So I would suggest probably crypto.com, Trust Wallet, and Exodus are the three for best security if you're moving around and traveling around.
Oh, okay. And that's a good idea that you brought up with the portable batteries, and so you don't have to plug into any foreign devices. So I like that. Thank you.
And there's a lot of people too. They just got the urge. They're traveling. They're in a hotel room. Let me check my crypto balance real quick. Don't do it on your laptop. Do it on your phone, and don't do it with Wi-Fi connected. Do it on your own mobile service provider. Some phones will automatically connect to whatever Wi-Fi is local. So make sure your phone's not set up to do that.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Thank you for that, Mr. Taylor. Thank you, Mr. Ivey. Okay, I see you, Demetrius. The floor is all yours.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I just had a question. You know how I work also on my laptop sometimes, and we have that MetaMask when I'm doing different things with GetFit, for example. So I remember Herschel had mentioned something about when you're on there, don't just close out or don't just exit out. There's something we're supposed to do to make sure that you're out of that particular, that you're out of your MetaMask wallet.
Mm-hmm.
And then second of all, I guess if you still have the, if you have the, what is it, to be able to verify, so for example, if you're taking your computer in to be fixed, would that need to be disconnected, or how does that work? I guess
if you're taking your computer to get in to get fixed, oh, now that is you got to be very careful with that. A lot of times, taking your computer to get in to get fixed, if they say we need to send it to the manufacturer, a lot of times it's going to end up being wiped. So they always say back up your data, back up your information. I never will leave my device with a fixer overnight. That ain't happening. I'm rather if it's that bad, I gotta buy a new device. But you can disconnect all your stuff as long as you have the private key. You can re-upload them back to your device if that's the case. And I'm going to share screen to show that disconnect feature, let's say for MetaMask, that you guys do. So what you're talking about. So let me.
Is that helpful though, Brandon? Even if you took it in and you disconnect that on your desktop, would that still be an issue for, security purposes?
No, it should work. But if you've got somebody one of these tech nerds back there that is very crypto savvy, they know what to look for. And you also don't know if they will put a program on your phone when they give it, or your computer when they give it back to you. Malware waiting for you to install your stuff back, upload it, and now there's a malware device working in the background that you don't even know about. Now they will get fired if the company finds out that they've been doing that kind of stuff. But I just don't trust, Geek Squad and the nerds like that, because that now that they know, man, this computer might have $100,000 worth of Bitcoin on it that I can get myself access to. So you just got to be careful with that.
Wow.
So let me share screen here. So let's say you've got your wallet up. What you want to do in your MetaMask, the three little dots on the right, and you'll see a drop down that says connected sites. You click on that, and then you just click the disconnect from everything it's connected to. And you're done. And then you can close it out at that point. And then when you go back to the site, you can reconnect it. So just because you close yours out and you think that next time you open it up, you got to put your password in, the site's still connected, even when you close it out. So that's where you got to go to make sure it's completely disconnected, and then you can close it out.
Okay, I remember Herschel had mentioned that to me before, and I couldn't remember exactly what he had stated. So that's exactly what we talked about. Thank you so much.
Yep, no problem.
Thank you, Ms. Demetrius. Okay, Ms. Judy, the floor is all yours.
Hello, everyone. I just want to punctuate what Brandon said about having your own portable battery chargers. Again, you know what? This is where I got lucky. Again, because certain things I didn't know, but life has a way of preparing us for what is about to occur. And I found myself in a position where I needed a number of portable battery chargers. So when I was traveling abroad, I had portable battery chargers with me. Again, I got lucky, but not everybody gets lucky. And those portable battery chargers, by the way, you should be aware that they are considered computers in some countries that are not proficient in English. They will say, put your laptops in the bin, and they consider those laptops. So, yeah, I went through, what do you call it? The security check. And all my portable battery chargers were inside my carry-on. So when it went through the scanner, it was beeping, setting the machine off like crazy. And coincidentally, this coincided with the assassination of an Iranian general. So everything was on high alert. So yeah, it was fun. It was fun going through, but always an adventure. But
All
definitely, definitely use your own portable chargers. And also, too, there's a thing that you can use. I mean, I call it a charger condom, but what it does is it essentially allows nothing but an electrical current to flow through if you happen to be in a public charging facility. Okay, don't just stick your I liken it to intimate relations. Okay, you're not going to put your thing in any old socket without having some protection. Okay, if you go to a party, you make sure you wear a party hat, and at the same time, I have what I call portable chargers. I mean, it's very inexpensive. You can get them on Amazon. I mean, I think it was something like $9 for 3 of them. I think, Brandon, I think I sent you a picture of the ones that I had. You might have it. But
Okay.
yeah, definitely use the charger condom.
All right. Thank you for that, Judy. Yeah, no, a person lost $60,000 at the airport just plugging into one of the sockets. It wasn't protected. All right, back to you, Ms. Casa.
Okay, thank you for that, Miss Judy. Okay, Miss Doreen, the floor is all yours.
Thanks for having me. My question is, Okay, I have my wallets, I have my seed phrase, etc., etc. But how, so I have them, but how could I give access to, say, a family member in the event something happens to me? How do I go about that? I can just give it to them like that or what?
All right, so this is a good question here. So let's say you have your private keys and you want to make sure you have multiple copies. So one place you can store it at your own home in your get out bag, but then you want to have another set somewhere. Someone, if it's a family member that you trust. Sometimes you can't trust all your family, but not only you can give them two things you can do with them to say, hey, I just need to store this with you. Put it somewhere safe, but not exactly tell them what it is and how it works. That's one way. Or you let them know, if anything were to happen to me, here's how you can access my assets with my private key. So you've got somebody in the family that understands crypto. That's why I have my oldest son always on my crypto talks, learning how this stuff works, so he would know how to access all of my things. Because I have family members that are completely crypto illiterate and have no clue or no idea. Even if I were to show them, it's kind of a little difficult. One thing you can also do is record a video of yourself and showing how to access certain things and leave that recording. Don't put it up on YouTube, nothing like that, but have it on a flash drive if you need to, and have it also with that private key and saved in another space. So if anything were to happen to you, your family members would be able to plug that in, see the video, and they have the private keys in front of them, and you telling them how that works. That's something else you can do as well. Or you can hire a lawyer. And if you're putting it in your will, your trust, that they know how to access. Yes, so it goes to the next of kin. So they're the ones accessing it on your behalf and giving it to your next of kin. So you have those different options to choose from, Doreen.
So the safest option then would be the lawyer.
Yep, you can get a lawyer.
Yes, okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
That was a great question, Mr. Doreen. I'm definitely going to be talking with my mother this evening about that. Okay, Mr. Taylor, I see you. The floor is all yours.
Just another question Mr. Brandon brought up, and want to get some clarification for you, especially a lot of the new people. When you're talking about having desktop wallets and mobile wallets, you have your desktop wallet, your mobile wallet, but you're out somewhere and you need to check on something. Let's say I go to Miss Marnita's house and I say, hey, can I borrow your laptop? She's never done anything. And I just go to MetaMask, download the extension, and then try and pull up my MetaMask account. Does that work?
Yeah, you can. I wouldn't suggest you do it, but you can. So because that's all it's going to ask you for when it opens up is to input the private key to access your account. So you
But
can
I don't
that.
have my private key. I'm just
then you're not
out
going to be able
somewhere.
to. No,
I just, hey, let me borrow your computer. I need to check something.
no, you're not going to be able to do that.
And that's what I want kind of everybody to understand. Just because you have them, you can't just access them anywhere.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. That's correct.
Okay. And then real quick to follow Ms. Demetrius, and this is for everyone. There's a term called nothing is ever really deleted. When law enforcement uses this a lot. Basically, it means just because you think you deleted something, you wiped your computer, it's still there. They know how to go in. Anyone who really knows computers, hackers, technicians, law enforcement, they can go in and retrieve anything you've ever put on your computer. So the deletion programs, the resetting it to factory reset, everything is still on that hard drive. So there's something you can get, which I still use, and it used to be only available to government agencies. It's deletion programs that has government level deletion encryption. And what that does, when you delete something, and it's not for everything on your computer, anything you're deleting, it not only deletes it, it overwrites it like 7, 8, 10, 12 times. So basically it turns it into garbage. So it's just like
Complete
taking
scrub.
like OVHS tapes. And some of you may not know what those are. But when you record a show and then you go record over it and over it, everything that was on there before is just nothing. So anytime you really want, and I still use it on my computer, look for deletion, and it would say government level deletion, which means it's going to overwrite several 10, 20, up to 100 times or whatever the level it is. So that makes sure that no one can go on and recover anything on that computer.
Good knowledge. Thank you for that info, Kenny. Government level deletion. I wrote that down too.
Thank you for that, Mr. Taylor.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Is there anyone else? Any aha moments or questions? Okay, back to you, Mr. Ivey. Miss
All right.
Judy. Oh.
Oh yeah, Judy. Yeah, you got one more, Judy. Now we're short on time, so make this one quick.
Okay, I just want to make an interesting comment about making sure your device is deleted. My girlfriend's son, he used to delete his computer and then he would take a power drill to it. By the time he was done, that hard drive looked like a piece of Swiss cheese.
Yeah, that's my
That's
way of
one
doing
way.
it is I keep all my old devices. I don't turn them in. I don't send them anywhere else because I don't trust it.
Yeah, I'm the same way, but you know, sometimes a hard drive can fail.
All right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. All right. Thank you, Judy. All right, everybody. That was the end of this talk. We're going to be moving now into something we've never done before, and we're going to show you something you've never seen before. Unless you're in the inner circle, you might have seen a couple of sneak peek of this. But before we do that, tomorrow night is our last night. It's our day 5 of the 5-day challenge. And we're going to be talking about how to make money in crypto. There is no special guest because I'm going to be speaking the whole time because there's a lot of information to cover. So we're going to be talking about how to make money in crypto and take this knowledge that you've learned this week and now how to apply it so that you actually have a source of income coming into you, all the different ways. So you don't want to miss that tomorrow night. Now what I want to do is I want to turn it over to my executive assistant, Miss Marnita Casa, who has been working very hard behind the scenes with our marketing team and putting together the new ILCA community that you see, and also the tools behind the scenes that we're going to be using, you guys could be working with. We're also going to go into this even more detail on Sunday night on our ILCA presentation meeting. But for now, let me turn it on over to Ms. Casa to show off all the goodies. So Ms. Casa, the floor is all yours.
Okay, you guys, I am super, super excited to show you guys this. We listened to you. We heard what you needed, what you would like to see, and hopefully we put it together in a way that can benefit you the most. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, hold on. Okay, you guys, I'm getting used to my dual screen. Okay, can you guys see my screen? It's the email. Okay, perfect.
Yep.
All right, let me pull you over here so I can see you. Okay, so whenever someone joins one of our memberships, whether it's diamond, gold, platinum, or even if they decide to become an affiliate, you will get an email with all the information you need. So what I did was I prepared something for you guys so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. Now, if you joined our diamond membership or our gold membership, you should have received one of these emails right down here that says, welcome to the ILCA family. You're going to get an invoice saying thank you for your purchase. And this one here is one of the most important. This right here gives you all the information that you're going to need. As a diamond member, we talk about our YouTube channel. We also talk about the phone app and the download. And then, you know, of course, there's Mr. Ivey. Okay, so whenever you join one of our memberships, you come to your ILCA member portal. Now, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to go to members.ivyleaguecrypto.net. Okay, once you guys arrive there, this is what you're going to see. Now, I did start a brand new membership. Here we go. You guys will also receive an email like this. Okay, that gives you all the information. You're going to have your username that you need to use and also your password. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. Okay. Now I would have had this done, but I wanted you guys to see it from start to finish. Oh, uh-oh, you guys, hold on. Of course, that's okay. I was prepared for this. Now, you guys normally use your username and your login to get in, but I was prepared for it to cut up. So this is what you guys are going to see when you do log into the membership. Can you guys see this screen that says Diamond Membership up here? Wonderful. Okay, so when you guys log into your back office, when you first log in, you're going to see a screen similar to this. Now, do mind that this is the administration side, so there are going to be things over here that will not be on yours, but what you will see is a button that says Join Group. You have to click that button in order to have access to that specific group. Either Mr. Ivey or I, we get an email, says, hey, somebody's trying to get in the group, we let you in. Once you are in the group, this is what you're going to see. Now, what we wanted to do was get an organized place where you guys can be able to get any information. You guys get updates, things of that nature. If you want to share information, as you see, Leonard Long has been in here working, okay, putting in information about the found method, personality traits, but each one of you guys are also free to do this as well. This is a hub. This is our membership hub. So if you guys have anything that you find, articles, information, go ahead and post it in here. Now, this is our discussion tab. At the top here, we have a learning tab. As we get new courses, there will be different sessions and talks that Mr. Ivey has that's not available to anyone but our Diamond members. Those courses you will find here. We also have a members area. If you guys want to be nosy and see who you want to link up with, if you're looking for a crypto buddy, this is a great place to start. You can see who is in the Diamond membership, what they are doing, how active they have been, and you can even send them a message, okay? Oh, this is a good thing you guys see, requested, Mr. Brooks. So that's the notification we get on our side when someone requests to be in the group, okay? Now, we do have a leaderboard. I told you guys before that we will have different kind of games and contests going on where you guys will be able to participate in the leaderboard and be able to get prizes. Now, over here in the upper right-hand corner, this is definitely where you guys want to pay the closest attention. From our membership side, now, if you are a Diamond, I want to point this out. You will have to join each and every one of the groups. Okay, so let me come back over here so you guys can see that. I want to make sure you get that. Okay, so over here in the left-hand side, if you're a Diamond member, you actually have access to all of the groups. So you have to click join each one of the groups. So you click here and you have the ILCA affiliates, you have crypto education, the elite, VIPs, and then the gold membership. You want to come to each one of these and you want to click on the join so you can get the information for each one of our groups, okay? And if you have information for the groups, you can go and post it. So again, up here in the upper left-hand corner, this square right here is where you guys are going to actually be able to navigate through your membership hub. So if you click on that square, you have your communities, which is right here, our membership groups. You have courses. This is very important. You Diamond members, you guys are always hitting me up like, where are the courses so I can start studying? Well, here they are. All you have to do, you log into your membership in the upper right-hand corner, click on courses, you will be brought to this page. Those of you who are in our gold membership, our inner circle, you will see, if I'm not mistaken, I think only 4 of these courses, but right down here, if you scroll down, here's our Diamond class recordings. You can be able to watch the recordings there. We have our VIP sessions right here for you. And then we also have the Inner Circle recordings right here, which you can also find on YouTube. So any of your courses, anytime you want to do any studying, come up here, click on that box, go to courses. For our affiliates, now I did set this up where I wanted you guys to be able to see the back office as if somebody made a purchase for you, but I couldn't log in. So I do apologize. I'll be able to show you guys that on Sunday. But for our affiliates, you guys can come right here, same hub, click on affiliates, and you will be able to see any leads that you have. You will be able to see what customers have made a purchase. What did they purchase? How much commissions you're going to get? We even got you guys some media. A lot of you guys are like, hey, I need something to be able to post on Facebook. Great. Come to your affiliate circle, click on this media. You can be able to use these photos. I will be putting more photos in here. We will have text for Facebook posts and Instagram posts already pre-written for you guys. So as far as our affiliates goes, you guys have your full back office in the same place where you have your courses, and you get all the information about our community. Now, one thing about all this that makes it even better is that you guys actually have access to this. Now, I'm done sharing that because I want you guys to see the whole thing on Sunday. I don't want to take all the time right now to do it. But all that you guys get also in the palm of your hand. We have made it so that you can go onto your cell phone. It doesn't matter if you're hanging out at the beach, if you are at work. Okay, some of us work. If you're at work and you want to, on your lunch break, you want to be able to go through the courses, you can just log into the phone app and be able to have access to that as well. So Sunday will give you guys more information, and I will be able to take you through everything, but I hope you guys like it when you get a chance to use it. So back to you, Mr. Ivey.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Costa, for that sneak peek. And like I said, you're going to see more on Sunday with even the marketing side that we're going to be unveiling for everybody. That's going to be including one, which she showed you the affiliate. If you're in the Inner Circle, you earn 10% on commissions on every sale. This is not MLM. This is not multi-level. It's just one tier. If you're a diamond, you earn 20%. But how would you like to become a partner with ILCA to be able to earn 50%? That's really for those that individuals that have their own brand. They have large communities to be able to share. We have several clients that we're setting up that right now. Miss Melanie Davis got the sneak peek, heard about it before I said it to anybody, because one of the clients she works with is one of our clients that we're putting together right now out of Chicago, where you can get 50% of the sales of ILCA content, plus the ability to create your own. So if you have your own content, your personal development, you're teaching this or that, whatever it is, we have a platform where you can put it all together and put it and sell it on our platform, and you don't have to go through the process of, and the amount of money that I spent, which up to this point is now more than $30,000 to put all of this stuff together. You don't have to do that. You can piggyback off of what we already have. So thank you, Ms. Casa, for that presentation and showing all that information. You want to make sure you come back on Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. It's going to be about this, and it's going to be in more details. And we're also going to show what about on our ILCA Elite side, there are opportunities that we're involved in as well that we've created funnel systems for that Ms. Costa is going to show off too on Sunday night. Like, well, no, I don't want to say nothing here tonight, but you'll hear more about it. It's a little bit tomorrow and also on Sunday night. Demetrius, you had your hand up on a quick question. You want to go ahead and ask that?
Yeah, I just wanted to know on the crypto talks, how long should I wait to get the replay? Because I do work and I have to catch some of them. Yes.
Ms. Casa, share your screen again. Pull back up that membership. I'm going to show you exactly where I want you to go, because that's something I want to show. So this is what if you're in the Inner Circle and you want to access all of the crypto recordings, so click on courses. Scroll down. Click on Crypto Talk Inner Circle on the bottom right. Now look at this. On the left is all the course content, and I have the date. I have the title of because we cover many lessons, and then the date. So from July 1st all the way, keep scrolling all the way down to the one we just did this morning is already there. Bitcoin holds up as tech stocks plunge. ETF. Now click on that one, Ms. Casa. And there it is. So if you missed any of our crypto talks, I try to get it up in the first 24 to 48 hours. So they'll be active. If normally within 24 hours, I'll have it up right here. Now go back, click on the courses again, Ms. Casa. I want to show when this 5-day challenge is over. You VIP members, click on courses. Okay, scroll down. I don't have any of the new ones updated yet, but you're right there. Click on VIP. This is where they're all, oh, I still have those old ones. Oh, that's the very first 5-day challenge we ever did. Yeah, I'm going to keep that there. If anybody wants to see the very first 5-day challenge we did, Monday, January 24th, 2022. But I'm going to upload these 5 days right here, but you've got to be a VIP member or in the inner circle to have access to it. And then let me show you something else. Click on those on the courses again, Ms. Casa. On courses, and then scroll down to Diamond class recordings. So our Diamond classes, I have every single lesson up there from the beginning of this year. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. Now, what have we been doing? Oh, I didn't upload the last one. Okay, what have we been doing the last week or so? We've been doing specialized lessons, personality traits, and the feel, felt, found method. I haven't uploaded the part 2 yet. This is where you go to get it. If you have not weren't able to see it live, the recordings are all here. So one thing that we're doing this in the new ILCA, we are on top of all of our recordings, making sure you have access to it. You don't have to go looking on Facebook for that recording and going looking on YouTube. It's all right here at the palm of your hand in your back office and on your app. And you'll see more about that on Sunday night. So great question, Demetrius. You got to give us a chance to show this off some more.
Yeah, thank you so much because I was trying to find them too at one point on Facebook. So this is so wonderful because I know exactly where to go and it lessens my time to go and try to review the information. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate it.
There you go. All right, thank you, Ms. Casa, for showing that. And that will bring us to the end of our 4-day challenge, day 4 tonight. We will be back tomorrow night. How to make money in crypto. Tomorrow night, same time, same channel. I hope you guys learned something new. As always, that's the point. Education is key. Education is everything. See you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.